could join us from Research Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. The Beavers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Ole Miss offense will go on the attack first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Blitnikoff Awards. The tradition of the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one.
And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Beavers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of out.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. They'll give it to him again. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's Douglas. Rushes on him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Beavers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're going to run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on second down. Right down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Back to pass. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Off the play fake. Takes the easy one to the back. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Swings it out to the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Caught in the backfield, it's Hicks. Breaks into the open. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. And the Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end. He's loose on the left. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Beaver. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Right on the money. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still with a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the heat. Hauls it in. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it.
Might have a chance. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Makes the grab on the left. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. They'll go back to the ground. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Douglas. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fires left. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throwing on the run. Wideout trying to get it in. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. As productive as these 2 offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hicks. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 9 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
To the air, it's Douglas. This time it's complete. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Beavers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Stepping to the right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. scrimmage. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Douglas. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want it.
It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Beavers!
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop, and a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Off play action. Touchdown, Rebels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Back to throw, it's Douglas. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Beavers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Here we go, ready.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On target to the left. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll field the punt and look for room. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. The Beavers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Douglas. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge... They will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The Rebels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Dropping back, it's Douglas. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On third down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Now the play fake. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. There's a crease. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
42, Oregon State, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space.
Looking deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Looking to throw, it's Douglas. Under fire. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Oregon State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow,